Getting a character right is not always easy. In fact, sometimes it's very hard, which means characters will often go through, well, how do I put this, a not so great phase in their media lifespan. And this is in no way, shape or form different to video game characters. Video game characters are iconic and they all have depth, whether we're talking about Mario, Arthur Morgan or Master Chief. To some degree, all video game characters have some form of depth. And the latter can be said about the Master Chief, an absolute icon for gaming and a great character as a whole. A character that was originally established in 2001 and continues to exist in the media to this day. But today I want to talk about the Master Chief and another icon from Halo, Cortana, in two very different lights. Two very poor lights, and see how two amazing, incredible characters can go down the drain so quickly. Well, or at the very least, see how people can overreact over Halo 5. We'll see. After the release of Halo 4 in 2012, fans of the Halo series had mixed feelings about the series' new owner, 343 Industries. I myself actually thought Halo 4 in some cases had quite a strong story, and if one thing was clear in my head, it was that Chief and Cortana's characters were handled extremely well. Cortana during Halo 4 had to come to terms with her inevitable death, and Chief during Halo 4 was struggling knowing whether he was more machine than human. Now in my opinion, I thought 343 did quite a good job at setting up the starting ground for their Reclaimer saga, and I for one thought the following games after Halo 4 would continue to dive into Chief's mental state. Halo 5 was hyped up to be releasing on the very new Xbox One, and when I say the marketing for this game was great, I mean it was really great. I didn't know anyone in my Halo friend group who wasn't excited for the release of Halo 5, or at least even if they didn't like Halo 4, they were excited for Halo 5's story. And there was good reason for this too, with Chief being reunited with Blue Team, a Spartan team from the books that Chief grew up with, and they would be on the run from humanity's best assassin slash Spartan hunter, Captain Locke. The premise for Halo 5 was simple. The Master Chief thinks he was right about something he's chasing, and the UNSC thinks he was wrong and must be stopped. In the trailers for Halo 5, Chief is still clearly struggling with the loss of his closest friend Cortana, and we can see he's being hunted down by the UNSC, who he's quite clearly turned on. In Spartan Locke's eyes, the Master Chief has gone insane and is chasing Guardians and causing chaos, so must be stopped. But in Chief's eyes, he is hunting for something, searching for something, and he is trying to find the truth. In one of my favourite trailers ever for any video game released, we see a Master Chief on the floor of a crumbling city. Behind him is a statue of him when Locke approaches and says that Chief caused this city to crumble and that he is now completing his mission, and pulls out his pistol to shoot the Master Chief.
All hail the conquering hero. Let us remember him as our protector and not the one who gave us this. As our savior and not our betrayer. Let us see him forever as you and not as you. All hail the conquering hero. The one who was supposed to save us all. But now I must save us from you.
Come on man, tell me that trailer is not just amazing. And then there's a trailer almost identical, except it's Locke on the ground and Chief shooting him.
Is this what you wanted? Is this what you were looking for? Was everything you've compromised, everything you've done, worth it? Was it? You've completed your mission, Spartan Locke. Mine is just beginning.
These trailers set Halo 5 up to be so damn cool. The hunter being hunted. These trailers set Halo 5 up with the intention of showing the audience that only one of these two soldiers would survive. Was Chief truly hunting the truth, or was Del Rio from Halo 4 right? Was he an aging Spartan going insane? We as an audience would have to decide. Now, why have I spent over 2 minutes of this video just talking about the marketing of Halo 5? Well, because marketing is important. 343 clearly shown the fans a story that we would be getting in Halo 5, so fans were expecting 343 to deliver on this story, and especially deliver on this version of the Master Chief. The fans thought we were getting a new versus old Spartan story where Chief would be hunted down by this Spartan killer while he's battling with all these different thoughts and feelings. We as an audience has to decide who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Plus, the game was advertised as Halo 5 Guardians. The game was set around these cool fucking massive things that were destroying planets called Guardians, and apparently this would link and tie around the whole story and connect with what Chief was hunting for. We first see Chief at the start of Halo 5, looking down at his helmet where Cortana used to be. In this opening scene, Chief is on a mission with his childhood Spartan team, Blue Team, and he seems very distant from his teammates. Chief clearly seems to be still mourning Cortana's passing, and there is clearly something wrong with him mentally. And I actually really like this. It shows that after the events of Halo 4, Chief didn't just get over this death like he seems to every other character in the Halo series he sees die. He truly felt it, and it hurt him, and it broke him. Once we board the ship we're tasked with boarding, Chief only seems to talk to his team about the mission. Not about himself, not about them, not about how he's feeling, and certainly not about Cortana's death. It's almost like he's stuck, only being able to talk about the mission he's on at the time. So broken, and I really like this detail. You see, normally I'd complain because at the end of the day, all these guys are talking about is expedition, 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 which is bad writing. However, it's good writing in the context that Chief has been through hell, and he's so broken he can't talk about anything but the mission and about what's going on to do with the mission. Now, about halfway through the mission, Chief is knocked unconscious by some hunters. He falls down a very big ravine in the ship, and he starts seeing a vision of Cortana. Cortana starts blabbling on about the reformation? Fuck!
Meridian is next.
Cortana?
John, the reclamation is about to begin.
Yeah, whatever she just said. And then she says about Meridian, a planet. Chief wakes up and he instantly believes that Cortana is alive. And once again, I actually don't hate this at all. In fact, I think it makes perfect sense. Chief is a man who has dealt with so much loss throughout his life that this one, the one that might be the worst of all, has finally broke him. So of course, when he's presented with maybe, this little maybe Cortana is alive, he takes it as the absolute truth. And I would say he does this just because of how broken he is. I mean, so far Halo 5 has shown us that Chief is quite clearly emotionally broken, so of course he's going to believe this. Now, to me this makes sense, and it's not actually bad character writing. However, to me what makes no fucking sense at all is why Chief's friends, Kelly, Linda and Fred, do not question, not even once, that this isn't the truth. I mean, technically they do question it, but it's such a poor effort at questioning what is quite clearly from the outside perspective, your best friend going through one of the hardest fucking points in their life, going through a hallucination.
That's not possible.
You said she was gone.
And it's not like they're not concerned about the Chief, because Fred says this at the start of the mission.
I haven't seen Chief press himself like this since we were in boot camp.
He's fine, Fred.
This many missions non-stop isn't fun.
So like, what the fuck? I wouldn't say this is so much bad writing for the Chief, but it is bad writing for the other characters. Like, why would you take this as the 100% truth? And then this kind of also affects the way Chief is written, because he goes from seeming broken and desperate and almost needing to believe this is true to, oh yeah, it's the absolute truth. Because this tells the player that, yeah, Cortana's alive straight away. Because if no one else is questioning it, Why would we, the player, question it? And don't try and tell me that they're scared of the Chief or that they don't want to upset the Chief, because they're his closest fucking friends. They should know to tell the guy, hey, have you thought this through 100%? The last part of the mission affects Chief's character in such a negative way as well. Chief refuses to go back to the Infinity and the UNSC because, and I quote, they're already dealing with Cortana. What?
Sierra 117 to Infinity. Argent Moon scuttled. I've reassigned Blue Team. Destination Meridian. Potential contact from Cortana.
Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
What the hell?
You're to return to Infinity immediately. Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her. Negative 117. Another team is already being prepped to deal with her.
Okay, so now we have 100% proof that the UNSC are at least concerned Cortana is alive. So what the fuck did that vision mean? 343 might as well have spoon-fed us the information that Cortana is alive. They might as well write it in capital letters. I mean, what was even the point in the hallucination scene? I know this sounds like not bad writing for the Chief, but it affects the Chief's writing, because it affects all the effort they put in to make him seem like he's a broken man, to now making him seem like he's completely right and sane. Which in doing so literally takes away everything they set up and seemed like they were going for with the Chief's character. But to top it off, we get one of the most memed lines in Halo existence, one of the worst lines ever given to a character in Halo existence.
You're to return to Infinity immediately.
Negative Infinity. I don't like it. Negative Infinity. I don't like it. Negative Infinity.
By the way, that's the Chief going rogue. That is the Chief betraying the UNSC. That is the Chief going his own way. Is that fucking shit line. I mean, come on, you couldn't have made him sound any less badass. I mean, you could have tried. Just try and put some effort into that line. And I won't lie, this from now onwards is kind of just the problem with the Master Chief's character. We were not given what we were marketed. And the Master Chief's character's worst in this game, he's really lame. And at the Master Chief's best, he's just mid. But he's not the character we were marketed, and that's what annoys fans. That's what pisses fans off. After a few very mid missions with Fireteam Osiris, the team sent down to hunt and capture the Chief and bring him back to the UNSC, we get a very lackluster, boring and slow battle between the Chief and Locke, which, by the way, is the whole Chief versus Locke segment of the game, and it pretty much never ever happens again, so that's all your marketing for that. So, new versus old, there you go, that's your bit. It lasts like 2 minutes. Great.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? That is not funny. That is not, there's nothing.
We then switch back to the Chief and Blue Team, and guess what? He's found Cortana. Found her, alive, fine, and just over comms. Now what do I mean by just over comms? Do I mean he like tracks her location over comms? No. She fucking introduces herself over comms. Are you kidding me?
Chief, hello?
Cortana.
John, you made it. Oh my...
This was Chief's mission, this was Chief's goal, this was Chief's hunt down the truth, and he finds Cortana instantly. I mean, you could argue the real hunt down the truth is hunt down what Cortana's actual goals are, but Chief finds what he's looking for at the halfway point of the game. And obviously, in my opinion at least, this ruins everything the marketing was going for Halo 5's Master Chief. At the start of Halo 5, we are shown a very broken man, a very sad man who is struggling over his best friend and companion's loss. And by the halfway point of the game, he's found her again. Controversial opinion, but we should not have found Cortana alive. I think this game should have been focusing on the workings of Chief's mental status after losing his best ally, companion and friend. This simply should have been a hallucination that Chief justifies as being real. That's what the game should have been about, in my opinion. And if they really wanted Cortana back, then they should have actually done something with her instead of just killing her off screen in the next Halo. I mean, yeah, technically you see it, but shut up, it happens. happens before the game starts. If they really wanted Cortana to be alive in the story, they should have revealed this at the end of the game. It would have just made so much more sense, and it would have made Chief seem slightly insane throughout the game, which is what I thought they were going for. I thought we were supposed to think this guy is not quite mentally stable. The problems with the Master Chief in Halo 5 aren't even to do with the character's writing within Halo 5, but it's more what he does/doesn't do. Chief going rogue is dumb, boring, and lame. Chief's fight with Locke is dumb, boring, and lame. And what Chief does in the story is dumb, boring, and lame. The complete opposite to how the game was marketed for Chief. But thank goodness, in my opinion, this did not ruin the Master Chief's character. But it did Cortana's. So originally when making this video, I was only going to make it about the Chief and talk about how 343's Halo 5 ruined his character, and while to a degree they did taint and quite damage his image, they didn't really ruin his character. They ruined Cortana's character, which in effect hurt the Chief's anyway. At the end of Halo 5, when Chief actually finally gets to Cortana and reaches her, she explains her plan to the Master Chief. Her plan of universal domination. She wants to save the world. She wants to save the universe. And her plan is fucking insane. Her plan is to govern the entire universe and all planets with intelligent life by using these planet-destroying things/beings called Guardians, where if people, creatures, or aliens aren't doing exactly what she says and being a very goody little two-shoes and listening to her, she'll fucking blow up their planet. What the fuck? I cannot tell you how wrong this is, making Cortana a supervillain. Not only making her a supervillain, but making her the strongest threat to the Halo universe has ever seen might just be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire experience of gaming.
What?
Cortana was one of the most beloved characters in gaming. Her character's death was so impactful, emotional, and overall finished her character arc nearly perfectly. So why the fuck would you bring her back as a villain in the next game? It's like 343 said, hey, let's kill off Cortana, then did it, and then had no fucking idea how to write a Halo story without her, so brought her back as a villain. An incredible YouTuber who goes by the name of the Ackman already brought up the point I'm about to make, but basically, you're bringing back Cortana so that you can shit on all the other characters. Like Dr. Halsey, she made Cortana so that she could save humanity? No, so that she could take over the entire fucking universe. You see what I mean? It makes every other Halo character's actions towards saving or helping or making or creating Cortana seem completely pointless. Johnson, Noble Team, and even Captain Keyes gave their lives for what the game wants us now to believe for no reason, for saving the woman, the AI, that would ultimately take over the universe. Making Cortana the villain should never ever have been on the table when making Halo 5, and I don't know how they ever thought it would be a good idea. It also makes the Master Chief seem way less cool, going from fighting people like the Prophets, the Didact, to now not being able to stop his greatest ally and companion. And then to add insult to injury, Chief is placed into a time capsule by Cortana, just completely easily placed into this time capsule, no boss fight, no fight, no scuffle, nothing. He's just captured and placed into a time capsule, and then the team sent to hunt him down, kill or capture him, is then sent to rescue him, and they do. What an insult to Chief's character. It just makes Chief and his elite team of Spartan 2s feel like massive pussies. This was the best Spartan team on the planet, in the universe, and they were taken down by just some AI. In the end, what this meant for the Halo series and for Chief and Cortana's characters was nothing good. Cortana's character was ruined beyond any end and would never ever reach popularity and love like Halo 4 had created, ever again. Cortana's character was butchered in a way that I have never seen done in any other video game before and since Cortana. Well, actually, the Arkham's Batman probably got it in Suicide Squad, killed the mid-league, but still. And her character was butchered so bad, she will never ever be able to recover, which is truly sad. As for the Chief, his character wasn't even that bad. He was just not the character we were marketed, and therefore that heavily affected how fans and non-fans looked at Chief and the Halo series as a whole. He also does have some truly out of character and dumb moments in this game. But in the end, old versus new, hunting the truth, finding out what's real and what's not about Chief's mental state is all things that is marketed for Halo 5 or expected at the very least and never delivered on, and that is truly sad. Halo 5 in the end just left people pissed off and left people wishing they had got the Master Chief advertised to them in the marketing. Have you guys heard of subscribing? It's completely free and you should do it right now. This video surprisingly took me a while to make, but I'm back on my grind now after my holiday and I cannot wait to keep pumping out some more great videos. I got a review coming up, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Subscribe, hit the bell and like the video please, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you guys ever so much for watching and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe guys, peace.